What's up guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to replace the headlights, tail lights, fog lights, and reverse lights on my 2011 Chevy Colorado. My name is Zach Ellis and welcome to my journey. I don't know where I'm going or how I'm going to get there, but I'm going to be tearing shit up every step of the way, along with a few friends of course. Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing. I'll be building, modifying, repairing, fabricating, and racing every chance I get. But if you enjoyed this content, don't forget to smash the subscribe button, and of course, enjoy the video. First thing I gotta do is I gotta run into Advanced Auto Parts real quick. I'm going to pick up all the new lights, and then we'll head to the shop and install them. Alright, so we got the headlights and the reverse lights, but they did not have the fog light that I needed, so we're going to swing by a different auto parts store on the way to the garage, pick up the fog light that I need, and then we'll get this stuff installed. I think I'm actually going to detour and get my truck washed real quick. Alright, now my truck's washed. Now we can go get the fog light for the truck. Alright, made it to AutoZone. Let's run in here and see if they have this damn fog light that we need. Alright, got our light. Let's go put it in. See me right now with that glare. Only my hood was a little higher. Boom. See how that do. Alright, so like I said earlier, hold that thought. Can't forget the microphone. Alright, so like I said earlier, today we're going to be installing some new lights on my pickup truck. So my truck is a 2011 Chevy Colorado. I've got two new headlights for it. The headlights that I have in it now are HIDs. I am one of those guys where I took regular halogen headlights and I put in HIDs and they are horrible. If you don't have HID housing or a LED setup, if you will, running HIDs with the external ballast and stuff sucks. All they're doing really is blinding everybody else. Driving at night, you can't see shit. Obviously wouldn't use them during the day. Any rain, if the weather's not super nice, they're horrible. You can't see, I'd say maybe 10 or 15 feet is as far as you can see. So I'm going to swap them out with some, let me get my light bulb real quick. Alright, I got all the lights here. So the headlights I'm swapping out with some SILVERSTAR Ultras. Let's see here. These were like 50 bucks or something. That's them. So it's the best for down road and the best for clarity. It's going to be nice to be able to see again. I did actually just hit a deer recently. It ran out, I clipped it. It went salsering through the air. It was pretty intense. For my backup lights, I need new backup lights. One of them's out. Right now, again, I have LEDs. They started to flicker, and then eventually one of them's out, and it's my right one, and I always back in from my right into my parking spot, and I can never see what I'm doing. So I've got some just traditional long life Sylvania 3057. So those will be pretty simple. And then the last thing is my fog light. I think my front right fog light is out. It was hard to find this bulb for whatever reason. It was like $14, but it's another Sylvania 9045. Yeah, 9045. So I'll show you how to install all these lights, but now let's get started. So you look down in here, you can see the red connector there. That's part of the HID kit, but to the right of it, so right there, is the actual connector to the headlight. So you gotta reach in there, rotate it to the left, and it's gonna actually pop out. Okay, so sometimes you're able to reach your hand down behind the headlight to remove the bulb. On this truck you can, but it's kind of challenging. So you have to reach all the way down in there in the little cubby to try and grab the headlight. I was able to pull out the whole ballast setup. So this is the ballast for it. This is the pigtail connector, and then this runs down to the actual headlight itself. That's about as far as I can get. I'm gonna try and get it out with my hand without taking the grill off, but if not, we'll pull the grill off because it's 4 clips really, and it comes undone. But I'm gonna try and get it by hand first. If we can't, then I'll pull the grill off. So I was unable to pull the headlight out by hand, pull the bulb out. So instead I'm gonna go ahead and remove the grill of the truck. This truck, there's no actual bolts that hold the grill in, it's just clips. So I'll show you how to pull it out. First thing you gotta do is you disconnect the top light here. So, like that. Get it kind of pulled out of the way. This side, do the same thing. Stick it out of the way. Put that clip back on. I've taken this off a few times, so there's usually a clip here. There's a clip here. There's a clip here, and then there's one more clip here. Now that you've got the 2 marker lights disconnected and the 4 clips pulled out, now you just gotta kind of pull all the clips that are hidden all the way around the edge. So the first one is on this side here. You gotta find a good spot to pull from, and then it's all the way across the bottom here in the front, and then 2 more on that side. And that's how you take the grill off. Alright, so now that we've got the grill off, you could reach your hand back in the back and undo it, or you can just remove the headlight. For the purpose of this video, I'm just going to remove the headlight. It's only 2 bolts holding it. So there's the headlight actual light bulb there, but if you remove this 10mm and a 10mm here, the headlight's going to slide out and it'll be much easier to grab. Now with the headlight removed, you can see the actual bulb there, and then the high beam bulb here. So you see I got a red and black wire. Well, those wires run to the ballast, which the ballast runs through here to a connector, and then that connector, this end plugs into the normal headlight plug, which we're getting rid of that, so we don't need any of those connections. Alright, so I pulled the headlight out. Here's the ballast, here's all the wiring, and here's the actual headlight itself. All you've got to do is rotate it to the left and it's going to pop out. And that is what an HID bulb looks like. Totally different. But the shit's hot garbage, so we're gonna throw it in the trash can. And just remember, you're not supposed to touch the actual bulb itself. The oils from your hand can cause it to fail prematurely. It causes hot spots on the lens. And there it is, installed. So we'll reinstall the high beam, reinstall the light bulb, and then we'll do the passenger side. Now before you get too far, you want to go ahead and test the headlight to make sure it actually works. Boom. So now we've got the driver's side done, we're going to hop over to the passenger side real quick. And just so you know, these are the style clips that you're looking for. So they're just push clips. When you push them into the hole, they expand and lock in there, and then you pull out and they disconnect. Alright, we got our grill on. Now I've got to replace the fog light. I don't remember if it's left or right, so let me confirm that real quick, and then I'll show you how to replace it. Alright, to change this front fog light, the first thing you want to do is get underneath the truck. Once you're under here, you can see the fog light right there. It's pretty exposed, so it makes it easy. You're going to want to disconnect the connector, which is just 2 pry tabs like every light on this truck, and then rotate the fog light. Once you rotate it, your bulb comes out. Clearly, mine is broken. I think it's from when I hit that deer. There's your bulb. Now let's install it. Reconnect the cable. Now it is installed. So I'm going to set the camera back up and we'll confirm that it's good, and then we'll spin the truck around and get that the reverse lights. Cool. Now that I got all the lights in the front fixed, I'm gonna turn the truck around, I'll back up here, and I'll show you guys how to do the reverse lights. Alright, so I'm assuming you were able to see that my reverse light's out. Hopefully you could. If you couldn't, I don't know how else I'm gonna be able to show you that it's out. So trust me, my right one is out. We're gonna replace them. Alright, so on a 2011, or it's like a 2005 to 2012 Colorado, the taillights are super easy to remove. So there's a screw right here, and then there's a screw inside the latching mechanism. It's just 2 Phillips heads. So I got my little ratchet Phillips, back them out, and then the headlight's gonna pop right out. The main reason I removed mine all the way is I don't know if you can see that, but there is water inside of my reverse light. So I'm going to try and dump that out. Alright, cool. I've got most of the water out of my headlight, or my tail light now. So go ahead and install the new reverse light. the water in there caused major corrosion, so hopefully this thing works still. I tried to check and see if I had any dielectric grease. Dielectric grease is just going to ensure good contact and then help prevent future corrosion, moisture from getting in there, things like that. I couldn't find any, so I just kind of scratched off the terminals inside there, and hopefully it fixes it. But it's a simple push connection for these tail lights, and then you just put them back into the housing. Now we replace the screws. Alright, so we got the driver's or passenger side done, which was the one that was actually out. Now we're going to knock out the driver's side. We're going to wrap this job up. Alright, so we got all the bulbs replaced that I needed to replace. The last thing that I have to do now is, since I've got the headlights replaced, I'm gonna have to readjust them. When I put the HIDs in, they were angled to your normal halogen light level, but since those things are so bright, I decided to angle them down a little bit to try and mitigate the amount of light going into oncoming traffic's eyes. The light bulbs they sucked, realistically. Those HIDs are terrible. I didn't run them for very long, mainly for that reason. So now I've got the halogen bulbs back in. When the sun goes back down later on tonight, I'm gonna go out there with my my ratchet and just turn the adjustment knob to angle them back up a little bit. But I'm just gonna be happy to be able to see again at night and in the rain. So I'll keep you guys posted for that. Alright, so it's 7 o'clock at night now. It is dark out. We're going to go down to this side road where there's not a lot of traffic and test out the hot headlights. So here, I'm going to turn the headlights on so you can see what I see. Oh man, they're horrible. I got to adjust them bad. Alright, let's drive to this side. This road that we're going to is a local college. Run up there, they got a long straightaway where I can actually adjust the headlights, because right now they are way too low. So to adjust the lights, yeah, there's a little star adjuster right inside there. So spinning it right is making it lower. We'll spin her left to raise her up. Yeah. That side. This side. Alright, I think we got her. Alright, so I've adjusted the headlight. They're way better. At least I can use my high beams now. They're much better than the HIDs. I do not recommend HIDs unless you have the actual HID or LED headlight itself. But other than that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the video, and stay tuned for more videos.